The reason you can't sit still and be productive is because you hate yourself and you're lazy. I'm just kidding. It's actually way deeper than that. We build these tasks in our mind until they're way bigger than they should be. And then we're stuck left with this overwhelming feeling of disappointment. So we can't take it anymore. So we put it off until later, imagining a flawless version of yourself that has all of the willpower that you currently don't. Then the clock starts ticking and it gets closer and closer to the deadline. The problem is you've gotten in the habit of prioritizing short-term comfort over whatever is necessary because your monkey brain has an evolutionary desire to feel safe. At first, you put it off because it feels bad to start. Then the consequences pile up. And then it feels even worse and the loop repeats. Instead, you just need escape velocity. All you have to do is get started for 5 minutes, long enough to realize the task wasn't as scary as you thought it was to begin with. We both know how awesome it is, that feeling when you finally get going after hours and hours of procrastinating. But it's definitely bittersweet because you feel like guilty for all this time you spent not actually working. So what if every single time you started, you went right to work and you didn't waste all this time just building yourself up to get started? Well, that's where the Pomodoro technique comes into play. You see, the Pomodoro technique is setting a specific timer for a duration of work and a specific timer for a duration of rest. This way you can give it your all for a set amount of time and then take a rest guilt-free right afterwards, knowing you had done 100% of your effort in that short period of time. Now, the perfect amount of time is different for every single person. You have to feel out what works best for you. But I recommend in the beginning, you start a little bit smaller. The one thing you definitely don't want to do is set the rest clock to be too long. Because if you find yourself getting too comfortable in that rest period, you're going to end up falling off track. When I first started doing the Pomodoro technique, I kept finding myself setting a rest period that just wasn't realistic for me. As fun as it is to rest for 20 minutes, I ended up doom scrolling, I ended up watching something, I ended up being way off track, and next thing I know, I had long overstayed my welcome. I honestly haven't found a better method just to get started right away and to actually enjoy your breaks without feeling guilty like there's some work hanging over yourself. Where you feel structured in your routine and you have intentional durations so you know you're not going to get sidetracked in the process. Now, it's definitely not a one-size-fits-all, so if that's not your cup of tea, I have another technique that I think you would like, possibly even more. The next technique is what I call the 5-minute rule. Now, this rule states that if anything takes less than 5 minutes, you have to do it right now. This could be something as simple as doing your dishes, folding your laundry, responding to that person you know you should have responded to sooner. Whatever it is, if it's under 5 minutes, you have to do it right away. That's because productivity is mostly a mental game. It's all about what's inside your head. And these little things add up and become way more overwhelming than they should be. The whole goal is to clear the field and make a clear path for you to move forward. If there's all these little mini errands that are weighing you down and holding up that mental space, you need to clear them out immediately. Sometimes you're better off just getting a couple of small things done to build up momentum before you get to the bigger things. And you'll feel so much more productive when you do. Looking around your house and having a made bed and a clean kitchen feels amazing. And then you already feel like a superstar when you get to the work that actually matters. But if that doesn't work for you, there's one more thing you can do. My final and most important piece of advice is to not do it alone. The truth is, it's really hard to hold yourself accountable. And if somebody else giving you a hand, it becomes so much easier. That's why having a gym buddy or a study buddy is a hack to actually get the things done you've always wanted to. I fully believe that discipline should be a team sport, but it can be really difficult to find people who are actually serious and motivated to be the best version of themselves every single day. So I've created a completely free community to find as many of those people as possible to build an online circle so we can all grow together. If you're somebody who isn't perfect, but you wish you could be doing more, and you're actually motivated and serious about getting better, I have a completely free community in my description, and I want to see you there. And I want you and as many like-minded people as possible to collect all in one place and grow together. If that sounds like it's up your alley, take a look down below, and I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you for watching.